What animal sounds like that? Like shaking everywhere, man. It's like tremors.
Looks like you should have left town a little bit earlier.
In the history of Godzilla, which was definitely a metaphor for the anxieties of that time, and we very much were aware of the idea, wanting to be in the history of Godzilla and the sort of lineage of that we wanted our monster to be a national monster for us and talk about our collective anxieties. And so that was definitely the sort of entry point into the movie, and that once you sort of got into that movie, it becomes about a giant monster, and once you realize that, the experience becomes all about that, but that's your way in, because that's what we all fear, and that's sort of what this is about, is that kind of terror, that kind of anxiety. It becomes a kind of sort of safe place to experience those things, which I think a lot of genre films do. I mean, the history of genre films, like, you know, I think The Thing is sort of the remake is sort of a metaphor for Vietnam, I've heard said, and I think that's one of the great things about genre films. It's a way to kind of approach those things not so directly.
You guys, where are you? What was that?
Who was that?
Hey, you alright?
Yeah,
You see anything? Hey, Marlena, are you okay? Guys, look out! Okay. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, wait, Wait,
everyone quiet down. Here we go.
You all right?
But now,
Shut up.
Guys, come on. Minutes after word of a possible earthquake in Lower Manhattan, nearby in New York Harbor, we're getting word of an oil tanker capsizing in the middle of the harbor near the Statue of Liberty.
What they've done, whether it's the parasites or whether it's the monster, the way this thing was designed and the technology of it is unbelievable. The fact that this film was done on a $25 million budget and looks like a mega budget film, you know, it kind of sets the bar high for a lot of films coming out after this just on production value.
We've never seen anything like this before. I mean, our visual effects team just did a fantastic job.
Neville Page designed the monster, and he's a genius, and he tried to sort of base everything in a kind of plausible, biological, evolutionary reality, like why all the different things that were on its body were there, and the functions. There were actually certain functions we weren't even able to use because we couldn't figure out how to work them into the story, and that's how detailed what he did was. And the other secret that we kind of had amongst ourselves was that the creature was just born, so it was a baby, so it was literally going through separation anxiety. So not only was it sort of pissed, it was also terrified and freaked out all at once, because there's nothing scarier than something huge that's spooked, because you're gonna get hit.
Sorry, bro.
Hey, did you guys see that? Did you guys just see that?
Quiet scenes were a relief because I told Lindsay, Lizzie, she has a great moment in the film, I think, literally with two words saying, "I'm dizzy." For me, there's nothing blowing up, there's nothing crazy happening. That's one of those things that we do, versus where you're having to get amped up and run up and down the street, and you're being told, so this building's going to fall, that's going to blow up, that's going to do that, but you're seeing none of that. I think that's the difficult stuff.
I shot a third of the film, and I had to figure out how to act and frame a major motion picture. And it was hilarious. I mean, it was a really funny, it was a laugh out loud experience.
There are people still out there. We need to wait here till it passes.
Rob, hey Rob, I saw it. Rob.
What?
Rob, I saw it.
Well, I mean, you know what? I think only time will tell. We don't even know if we're going to do a follow-up, and I think if there is, that will be the challenge for us. One of the things about this was that it was new for us, and that we were doing something that none of us had ever done in this style. I mean, even the visual effects people, I had no visual effects experience when I started this, and I was working with visual effects people who had tremendous experience, but they'd never done a movie in this style. It was all this sort of continuous takes and taking what would normally be many different shots and putting it in one continuous take and shooting all handheld, and all of that was unusual for everybody involved. And so I think when we look to whatever we might do next, we're going to look for what's fresh and excites us.
Right.